Ladies and gentlemen, Six Figs here from YouTube, and today, we are going to be talking about Nervos Network CKB, some general crypto news, and the charts, of course, right? Coin fashions, and I wanted to just bring this and start the video out with this because there is an important reminder that we've all heard, but we need to hear it again. We need to hear it often. Last year, I doubled down on crypto gambling to the point where I lost money and focus. Now I have been excluded from my university because I failed so badly. It's all my fault, but I just wanted to help myself and my family. Now, folks, how many of you out there are in crypto to make some money? Smash that like button if you're here to make some money. When it comes down to it, we also want to help our family, our general well-being, things like that. And it sounds like to me that this guy was gambling with money he couldn't afford to lose. And when he was putting crypto before his education, you can see how he was gambling with time he couldn't afford to lose because he was spending all his time on crypto. Time and money. Only invest what you can afford to lose in crypto. We got an absolute stone cold stunner from Nervos Network. It has been one exciting week in CKB. .bit launched Dogecoin support. I almost called it Dogecoin. Polycrypt shared an article detailing CKB payment channels. CK Bull 2.0 release. Cryptape docs hackathon announced. CKB dev update. Axon dev update, and I'm about out of breath trying to read the updates. Now, I am super bullish on Cryptape. I got to meet these folks a while back, great team, and there is a CKB hackathon coming up. So I am going to do my duty and retweet and like this. Retweet and fill out this survey March 24th through the 29th, and full-blown hackathon going on. Dober Nation, Web3 is much more than just blockchains, and blockchains don't just mean one specific public chain or EVM compatible chains. And what he is referring to here is .bit and all these chains that are supported really through .bit. And I am super excited about this, folks, because upcoming chains, Bitcoin, Cosmos, Polkadot, Internet Computer Protocol, which I'm really happy about, Cardano, XRP, Solana, Filecoin, Stellar, VeChain. I mean, what a great lineup. And, you guys know me. I am CKB and ICP to the hardcore. So the fact that .bit is kind of running with this is really cool. So big cheers to .bit, man. They are just absolutely killing it. I met them too. Wonderful crew. Nervos Network tonight, they have an after party in Miami. Monday can't stop us from turning up. Bitcoin Energy S after party powered by yours truly. Leave your ASICs at home. Oh man, wouldn't that be kind of cool though if you could just bring an ASIC with and plug it in while you're at the party? Craig of Crypto, and I thought this was just such a messed up story, but he says if you think your day is rough, NFT trader accidentally burns $129,000 crypto punk. And so it sounds like this gentleman was trying to wrap it so that he could loan it out. So Brandon Riley paid 77 ETH for the NFT, then irreversibly destroyed it. And he was using some sort of complex way to try to wrap this crypto punk. And really, he ended up having an error in his code, or he slipped up, he says, destroying 1/3 of his net worth. So, man, just, since we're on the topic of only gamble with the money you can afford to lose or the time you can afford to lose. be very careful when you're sending transactions. Oftentimes, I will copy and paste a wallet address, and then I will just visually check it to make sure everything is right, especially if I've got a lot of money on the line. Nervos Network CKB, baby. It is down 6 on the day. Man, it's still up 2.3% on the month. That is awesome. But Sea of Red today, not good. Really, when it comes down to it, daily chart, Nervos, here we go. I do think that there is possibly this chance that we could be gearing up to see CKB maybe make this move to the downside, and we need to just double check to confirm that this possibly could be some sort of harmonic. So I'm measuring point X to A, and what I'm looking for is for price to come down and breach this area, but go no lower than the 786. I want to see it wick the 61.8 or fall right in this area. It did it beautifully. And when we are looking at really this C point up here, I'm looking to see if price went higher than this left shoulder, which it did not. So, you know, when it comes down to it, technically, we could see the right shoulder come all the way up to the equivalent height of A, which is right here. But this shoulder must at least wick the 61.8. So it can hit this line here and fall anywhere in between this area here, which it did. So right now we have the proper conditions for this harmonic pattern to play out. And where do we find out where this thing is going to go? Well, I mean, when it comes down to it, we'll measure from C to A, or excuse me, B to A. C is right here. And we're looking for D. So I do think that things could get really ugly here. I'm hoping it doesn't. We need something to prevent this. Market turnaround or something. I'm hoping that we just end up getting some sort of flag or symmetrical triangle that forms. But I'm going to be watching really CKB to fall below this 0.0047 level. And really, if it falls below the 786 at 0.00411, really, I do think that there's a chance we could see this 127 at about 0.002 or lower, possibly even some sort of a double bottom scenario here. I'm hoping that's not what happens, but you know, it just is what it is. That's the daily chart. Let's look at this hourly, or the 4-hour chart, excuse me. Actually, let's scoot on over to the 4-hour chart. And this is just this really bizarre kind of sell-off. This looks to me like some computer selling off CKB. Like it's just wicking at the, the buy and sell orders. And really, when it comes down to it, I mean, there kind of was like this falling wedge that has formed, and we are seeing a little bit of a breakout right to this 200 moving average, but it looks like people are selling off. And the fact that this is a very small falling wedge means that it probably won't produce a whole lot of results. But let's just take a look at the weekly chart because, when it comes down to it, it's kind of like the bread and butter of things when we got to start paying attention to charts. As far as like long-term price action is concerned. So we're still above the 50 moving average on the weekly chart. This is super bullish still. So right now we do have this slick little alleyway for price action to go through this thin part of this Ichimoku cloud. Otherwise, it's might have to wait till August and September before we see price get back up to these levels. For now, I do think that there is still this possibility of maybe some sort of bounce like this. We do have the left shoulder, and we do have the head, and we do have technically we've got the right shoulder form. But I do think that there might have to be a little bit more pain and suffering to this right shoulder. Maybe this thing will fail, maybe it won't, but there is the creation of a inverse head and shoulders, and it's like 70% of the way there. So, with that said, we're just kind of keeping an eye on things right now. Really, you guys kind of heard where I think that this thing could possibly go to if we really start seeing the bottom fall off. And I'm not trying to scare anybody, but it's really kind of tough to gauge, how much damage will be done from all these news agencies, and especially like the U.S. government, which all of a sudden seems to be just hammering on crypto the last week. They're just coming out of the woodwork. They're hammering TikTok. They're hammering crypto. It's just nuts. So we'll see you guys all on the next video. It'll probably be Wednesday or Thursday, somewhere in there. And we'll keep a close eye on CKB. If things start really if things start really cranking up, I'll do a TA video. But man, from now, I hope you guys are good, and we'll see you on the next video.